Hello there, friendly neighbors, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a sort of like chill video. I don't know, just sit back and relax. Maybe this will be good background noise while you're doing something. I'm not sure. I don't control your life. You do whatever you want. I'm not really sure what to call this video. It's kind of like a daily ferret care routine. It's kind of mixed with one of those a day in the life of a Pettuber type videos things. I'm really not sure if I am a pet YouTuber, if I'm being completely honest. Like, at what point does I make YouTube videos for fun turn into I'm a YouTuber? I don't know. You tell me. Anyway, sorry, this is getting away from me. I wanted to make this video just as like some insight for maybe people who are curious about ferrets and want to get ferrets, so you can sort of see what, you know, constitutes taking care of a ferret in a day and what you need to do. I have a kind of variety of ferrets in my business. I have a ferret that's a senior ferret, so she needs a little bit more care, and then I have a ferret that's younger than a year old, a kit, so she has a little bit more energy, and then I have 3 ferrets that are sort of middle-aged, so I think this is a good, you know, view into what it means to take care of the different life stages of ferrets. You guys can see a cage here, obviously. My ferrets do free roam for about 10 to 14 hours a day, but I keep them in their cage at night and when I'm not home. I just really don't feel comfortable with the 24-hour free roam thing. I think for some people it works really great. For some people they can totally handle it. I just stress out when I'm not home and I just think about the things my ferrets can be getting into. You know, that's not to say that cages are 100% safe and your ferret is never going to get in trouble in a cage. Make sure your cage is safe, of course, but it's just not the kind of lifestyle that I can lead. That's just a testament to the fact that different people will own their ferrets differently. Nothing is black and white with ferret ownership. We all have our different ways of taking care of things. So, yes, I feel like I should actually start this video maybe. So obviously the first thing I do every morning is I let my ferrets out of their cage. And for anyone wondering, that sounds a little something like this. Yeah, it's pretty cringy, but you know what? That's what it means to be a mother.
Good morning. Freedom.
Freedom. How's it hanging? Get it? Because I'm hanging.
I give all my ferrets a little bit of a cuddle and some loving because I missed them in the 6 to 8 hours that I was asleep. And then my girls start their morning play. They're always really playful first thing in the morning. It's when I get, you know, Dukes from Nova, and it just makes me really excited. A couple times a week, I will gather up all of their toys and put it in their toy box. And what this does is it gives them something to do the next morning. They spend about half an hour just putting all these toys away in their stash spots that they like. I like doing this because, like, you know, first off, it gives them something to do, and second off, it's a little bit of enrichment for them just to have to build their little nests again. There goes Andromeda. That's her favorite fox.
This is mine.
No, it's mine.
You're adopted and mom likes me more.
BRB gonna get my shiv.
And also during this time, I will open up their substrate dig box that I made in the previous video because my ferrets love to dig in the morning. And again, a little bit of enrichment, a little bit of that energy getting burned. Luna and Lyra in particular just adore the dig box in the morning.
I am still a worm.
Remember for dig?
Yes, I do. I'm baby and I need help getting up. I must make circles. I must make many circles. If I do not make the circles, who will? Circle, 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 circle. Circle, circle, circle.
While the ferrets play, I start to get their breakfast out for them. Today they're having chicken backs for breakfast and then their organ soup blend for dinner. Chicken backs are one of my ferrets' favorite things, and I really like feeding it to them because the bones are nice and thin, so that means that they'll actually eat a lot of them. When I'm feeding things like duck neck, I find that they don't eat all of the bone just because it's a little bit more dense. So that's why chicken backs make up a pretty hefty part of my ferret's diet.
Mother, may I have some? I am starving. I have never been fed in my entire life, and if I don't eat this second, I will die.
Every single morning, Andromeda begs for food when I'm getting their breakfast ready, and she throws a huge fit if I don't let her have a little piece of their food. She normally bites me or she climbs up my leg, so I give in and I give her a little bit. I don't know, maybe she just wants to taste test it and make sure that what she's getting is good. It doesn't really hurt for me to just give her a tiny bit. And she's so cute, I can't resist it. I've mentioned this before, I add a little bit of ground lamb to all of my ferrets' meals because Luna's really picky and she refuses to eat unless it's coated in lamb. And then I also add a little bit of homemade bone broth to it for pretty much the exact same reason. Once it's ready, it looks like this.
Food time.
Food time? Move, it's food time.
For some reason, Luna is always the first of my ferrets to eat breakfast. I really don't know why, but I don't know. She gets first dibs, and here she is taking her first dibs. And then she does that really lovely thing that I love, where she pulls the food out of the food dish to eat it, and it's really annoying because I have to clean the cage so much more because of her. While the ferrets work on eating their breakfast, I need to feed myself. I'm not a big breakfast eater, but I kind of try and force myself to do it. Today, we're having some avocado toast. Fancy. This is absolutely not Instagram worthy, but it tastes good, and that's really what I care about. Once I'm done making my breakfast, I sit down at the TV, and that's where I eat while I watch an episode of something. I do occasionally get interrupted by a ferret, and that just turns into bonus cuddle time. That's what they get for trying to interrupt my breakfast. They get kisses as punishment. I'm so cruel. Lots of mornings Lyra will come and fall asleep in my lap while I'm eating, and it's really cute and it just makes my heart full of love. But this morning she was really excited and just wanted to try and eat my avocado toast, which I gave her none of. Ferrets should not eat avocado toast, even when they have cute little faces and beg for it.
Toast, please.
While I'm eating my breakfast, it's time for Nova to have her first round of medicine. About 20 minutes later, she gets her second round of medicine. What a little trooper. After I'm done eating, I get onto litter box duty and I change, wait, litter box duty, that's funny. And then I also change the puppy pads. And then I also have to clean up any accidents that my girls have had. They're honestly normally pretty good about not pooping, you know, on the floor and stuff, but about once or twice a day, they have an accident. That's just the nature of ferrets. They're not ever gonna be 100% potty trained. Don't kid yourself into thinking that's gonna happen, because it won't. In total, there are 5 litter boxes and 2 puppy pads around the apartment, but the 2 that I'm cleaning right now are the only ones that I actually have to do daily. The other ones I do every other day because they just aren't used as much and I don't have to do it, you know? After that, I water my plants because they need love too. I am really bad with plants, so I'm trying my best. I'm just really bad with them, so don't judge all the brown on the leaves. I have a black thumb. But plants are so pretty. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. It's funny, like I can remember to give Nova her medicine at the exact same time of day, 4 times a day, but for some reason I can't remember to water my plants twice a day. I don't understand. By this point, it's about noon, and most of my ferrets have gone to sleep, except for Lyra, cause she's a baby and she has lots of energy, so she just kind of hangs around. Every once in a while, I'll pick her up and play with her a little bit, but she just looks for trouble, mostly. My girls are still on their winter schedule, so they've been sleeping a lot. Although I have started to notice their appetites decreasing, which means they're shifting into their summer schedule, and their energy levels should be back up in the next few weeks, which means they're going to be more hyper than they are in this video. So at that point, I get to work. And work really depends on the day. Some days that means I'm going into my part-time job, other days I'm filming and editing a video, and other days I'm working on Etsy orders. It's a Tuesday when I was filming this video, which normally means that I'm doing a YouTube video, and that's what you're watching. I'm doing a YouTube video, isn't that meta? But since I didn't necessarily have to sit down in front of the camera and film, you know, the normal way, I just thought, hey, let me work on some Etsy orders and make a good use of my time, which is what I'm doing. had a really last minute order for my Under the Sea business box come in, which is what I was working on today. So, Hannah, if you're watching this video, this is video evidence that I put your order together by hand.
Hello, what are you doing? Is it for me? Please do not contain me. I would like all of these things.
After I finished making the order, I had to film a promotional TikTok, and then it was time to go to the post office so that I could ship that box along with the boxes that my giveaway winners won. Congratulations to my giveaway winners. I hope you get your boxes in the next couple weeks. Okay, gotta put the ferrets away so I can go to the post office. Got a Lara. She loves sleeping in the cage. It's like her favorite place to sleep. Lyra, you did go to sleep. And are you snuggling with Andromeda? No, you are not. I'll plop you down right here. How about that? There you go. I see a ferret. Oh, hello, Auntie. You ready to go into your cage? Hi, baby. Come here, come here. Come here. Let's get in here with your sister, huh? All right, now we just need the two old girls. They are normally in this bed, which, oh, hello, Luna. They flipped it over. I don't know why they did that. How is this bed being flipped over like this comfortable?
I live my life, you live yours.
There. That's how it's supposed to go. That's nice and cute. Why must you raise hell?
I am not raising hell. I'm simply finding beauty in the mundane, and to me the mundane is my bed flipped upside down. A shift in perspective can turn something normal into something beautiful.
Compelling argument, I'll give you that. Oh, look at these angels. Okay, goodbye. You guys be good, I'll be home in half an hour. I got home from the post office pretty quick after that, and I let the ferrets out. Every Tuesday, I also clean their cage because I like to be on a pretty strict schedule for that. Ferrets are stinky, I don't know if you've heard. So that means that I take all of their bedding out and I bring it down to the wash so that I can wash them. Now you guys get to see the struggle of me trying to leave my apartment when the ferrets are out because all 5 of them love getting out of my apartment. I am thankfully, look, they're ready. Oh my god, they're ready to go. Thankfully, my apartment is at the end of the hall, so that means if and when they do get out of the door, it doesn't matter that much. I just chase them down. Oh my god, you guys make my life a living hell. Anyway, if they get out of the apartment, I just grab them. They normally stay by the front. It's just really annoying. I'm gonna try to use treats to distract them, although it doesn't always work. Who wants treats? Hey! Hey! Lyra! Do you want treats? Oh yeah, okay. Let's get these down here. Scavenge for these treats like the little birds you are. Okay, I'm gonna run. Oh, no, okay. Well, that didn't work on Lyra, but I got the 2 of them. Those 2 are distracted. Lyra's already out the door. Who knows where she is? Lyra, come here. No, come here. Get back here, you fiend. You don't live out here. You live in here. As you can probably tell, I live in an apartment building, so that means that we have a shared laundry. I honestly don't really hate the laundry system because if I need to do multiple loads, I can do them at the same time, which is pretty convenient. The only thing I really hate about it is how much it costs. I know I'm gonna get asked about this in the comments, so I'll just answer the question now. I use an environmentally friendly, scent-free detergent for my ferrets. It's really important that any cleaning product you use with your ferrets, especially something like a laundry detergent, which they're gonna be around a lot, is scent-free. I've been using this brand for a few years now and I've had no issues. It's, yeah, scent-free, and I like the fact that it's environmentally friendly. It just makes me feel better about the ingredients in it. I know some people do just like vinegar and water, but I prefer something that's actually going to kill bacteria and stuff, especially because my ferrets are raw fed. I want to make sure that everything in their cage is as clean as it can possibly be. So my laundry gets loaded and then I pay $2.50 to my landlord because landlords are thieves. I pay rent. Why am I paying for this? I thought utilities was included. That's what my contract said. The toonie I had was really cool, but I'm not a coin collector and my girls need clean laundry, so there you go, landlord. Have that cool toonie. I hope you use it wisely, along with the $1,500 I pay you monthly, which for some reason doesn't cover laundry. Riddle me that. Where are my girls? The silence is unnerving. Trouble? What did you do while I was gone, huh?
I plotted 6 murders. 6.5 if you count Lyra.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It was, but now I'm leaving.
You gonna go take a nap?
Yes, I deserve it. I love you, Mom.
Okay, well, I love you too.
Goodbye.
Bye. So it's around 2 o'clock by this point in my day, which means that my ferrets are down for their afternoon nap. Every once in a while, one of them will wake up and sort of wander around for a bit, but it's pretty quiet around the apartment by this time. And because of the lack of chaos, I take my lunch break. While I eat, I sink into my natural habitat of playing Animal Crossing and ignoring the world for about an hour. Bethy was awake and we played Animal Crossing together. Can you, for me, really quickly say, hello there, friendly neighbors, and welcome back to my channel?
Hello there, friendly neighbors, and welcome back to my channel.
Okay, so that's copyrighted, so I am gonna have to sue you, actually.
Oh my God.
Thanks for that.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be sued for all my universal credit money. Oh no.
Actually, instead of me suing you, if you just give me your ferrets, we'll call it even.
Oh, you can have Oscar, but the rest of them you can't have.
Damn it. After lunch, laundry's ready, so I go back down to switch that over to the dryer, and my thief of a landlord gets another $2.50. None of the toonies were pretty this time though, so he just gets regular toonies. Haha, take that. While it's drying, I take some time to sanitize the platform that my ferrets eat on. I do this every single day because honestly the platform gets pretty gross. Like you saw earlier, Luna likes to drag her food out of the food dish and eat it right next to the food dish, so I really have to make sure I'm staying on top of cleaning it. Thankfully, my ferrets don't really drag their food around the rest of their cage too much, and the mess pretty much just stays strictly on that platform. I sanitize the platform in my bathtub by spraying it with this Nature's Miracle disinfectant, and then I let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then I scrub it really, really thoroughly with water and a sponge. Because they eat off of this platform, I want to make really, really sure that all of the disinfectant and cleaner is taken off of it. And then of course after that, I clean the bath out as well. I wish I had a backyard because then I would just do this in the backyard, but I live in an apartment and that's not an option. This is the best that I can do. And then I get the fun job of putting their cage back together. And like, I say fun and it sounds sarcastic, but I actually do find this fun. My cage comes together pretty much the same way every time, but I just feel really satisfied when it's all nice and clean afterwards. I very, very badly want to do a redo of my cage because I've had these liners since I got my double Ferret Nation a couple months ago, and I'm tired of them. But I just don't want to invest money into new cage things when Alex and I are moving in a couple months. So when we move in April, expect a cage makeover video pretty quickly because I already have a theme picked and I am very excited. God, look at how beautiful that cage looks. Oh, it's so nice. I'm so proud of it. And my ferrets are gonna be really excited to get in there and make it nice and stinky. Another thing I do most Tuesdays is I do a water change for my little fish tank. I got these new aquascaping tools off of Amazon and I'm really, really excited to give them a shot. I have some plants that I've been trying to get to root in my substrate, but my Corydoras are little jerks and they love to just rip it up. So pretty much every time I do a water change, I have to replant them. I know some of them are starting to root, but it's just a matter of time. Stupid Corydoras being adorable and ruining my plants. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably know about my betta fish Clyde. A little bit of bad news. He unfortunately passed away about a month ago. I'm honestly not sure why. I just woke up one morning and he was no longer with me. He did come from a pretty bad place when I adopted him. He had like just the worst swim bladder I've ever seen, and he was never really in perfect shape after recovering from that, so I think it's just a matter of, you know, not having the best health throughout his entire life. I was considering getting another betta, but I just miss Clyde so much and I just really didn't want to replace him. So instead I got some honey gouramis. I think that they're absolutely adorable and I really recommend them to people who are new to fish keeping, sort of like I am. Speaking of being new to fish keeping, I really don't talk about my fish tank on my channel that much, and it's pretty much just because, if I'm being honest, the fish community of YouTube absolutely terrifies me. They seem really strict and really intense, I guess, and I get it, like, let's be positive about, you know, pet care, let's try and get the best for our animals. I'm obviously very pro that, but it scares me a little bit because I've seen people make mistakes and then just get, like, completely canceled, and I just really don't want that to be me. I'm trying my best here with my fish tank. Like I said, I am completely new to fish. This is my first time owning fish ever. I do my water changes. I'm making sure all my water is at the right levels and everything like that. And I do talk to a lot of fish owners on Discord, and I'm doing my research on what fish can live happily in the same tanks and which fish will just like kill each other. But yeah, I don't really feel comfortable talking too much about fish care because I'm not a professional and I could be doing things wrong and I just don't want to get into that position. So yeah, sorry about this little rant, I guess. That's just why I don't really talk about my fish tank a lot. And if I am doing something wrong, if I have people who watch my channel that know a lot about fish, please contact me, leave a comment on what I'm doing wrong. Just like in an understanding way that I'm new and I'm doing as much research as I can. But boy, fish care is controversial, let me tell you. I read one thing on one website and then the next website says that's unsafe, and I'm so confused. I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare. I love my fish though. That's all I gotta say. So anyway, once the fish tank is nice and clean, I make some dinner. Today I'm just heating up some soup that my grandma gave me because I was tired and I really didn't feel like cooking. Alex got home from work about 10 minutes later and then he took over because I wanted to play with the ferrets since they were waking up.
Papa has returned home. I was worried I would never see him again. Don't tell him that though. I don't want it to get to his head. Boop.
After dinner, I normally have a second cup of coffee and then I do a couple other productive things. Today that meant I was editing the video that you're watching right now. Oh my god, how meta is that? And then about an hour later, in a last spurt of productivity, Alex and I do the dishes together.
I was barely in this video. I would like some attention, please. Good. Yup. This is what I wanted.
I feed my ferrets their dinner at about 10 o'clock. For dinner, they are having their organ fish and tripe blend, and then I also add, just like for breakfast, some ground lamb, some bone broth, and I add a little bit of powdered eggshell to help firm up their poops so that they don't have just like liquid poops after having a meal that doesn't have very much bone in it. Doesn't that just look absolutely scrumptious? Wow, I'd love to slurp that up. My ferrets are little jerks and they pretty much refuse to eat their soup unless I hold them and feed it to them with a spoon like they're little princesses. If you have a piggy ferret or a ferret that's new to raw, this is actually a really great way to get them eating raw. I think it's like just a comfort thing, honestly. Most of my ferrets needed to be hand-fed when they were learning to eat their raw food, and they just still need to do it when it's something that they're not crazy excited to eat. Normally, I only need to hand feed them a little bit until they get a taste for it, and then at that point, they are happy to eat it by themselves without my help, but for some reason, Lyra was being just extra stubborn today when I was trying to feed them.
I don't want this.
I think it's because I had run out of turkey heart, and so I used chicken heart, which just, apparently that means I am the worst mother ever, and a hunger strike must happen. She did eventually eat, but I had to spoon feed her all of it, which just takes a chunk out of my day. Andromeda is my little garbage disposal unit, and she'll pretty much eat anything, so here's an example of a ferret who properly eats their organ soup by themselves. We stan Andromeda, perfect little baby angel. Altogether, the process of spoon feeding my ferrets takes about 20 minutes to half an hour, depending on how picky they have decided to be on that particular day. About 20 minutes after everyone gets fed, I play a fun game of Where in the World is Nova? And then once I find her, I give her her first dose of medicine. I forgot to film myself giving her that, but about 20 minutes later, I give her her second dose, and I did catch that on film. By this point, it's about 11 o'clock at night, which means that it's bedtime for my little ferrets. I clean out their water dishes and put those back. It's good to change those out every day to make sure that their water's nice and fresh. My girls settle down pretty quickly once I get them into their cage. Sometimes Nova has a little screaming match with Ilara as they decide who gets which bed, because it would be absolute chaos if they slept together. Physically impossible. How could I ever wish for that? They cannot be on the same level of the cage, or it's just drama city. And then it's, lights out, and tomorrow we start everything over again. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope this video was a little bit entertaining for you. And if it wasn't, you probably didn't get to this point. So I don't know why I'm addressing you. I'll see you guys next week when I do something else. I'm not sure what yet. I don't plan that far ahead. Have a great rest of your week. Goodbye.